and welcome to the Houston Machine Learning Meetup. We have known that 2023 is a year of AGI, artificial general intelligence booming, particularly marked by the prevalence of ChatGPT and GPT 4.0, the products of OpenAI. Yeah, apart from ChatGPT, I'm going to share some other AI tools that boost my productivity. Today's agenda is as follows. I will introduce a few tools through a case study, though it's a little far-fetched. As a work session, I will display these tools in my web browser while I present with my slides. And these tools, including both plugins in the Chrome and web applications in other platforms, such as which has desktop and mobile versions. In the end, I hope you can get inspired and share your experience with some prospects of enhancing our productivity and how we can achieve access with these tools. First, let's start with Glasp. It's a highlighter tool. We often take some notes while we read PDF, read papers, and it's a tool equipped with Chrome as a plugin. It can take notes on PDF, websites, and even YouTube videos, as well as Kindle. It has a different color, which can represent your significance level, topics, and there are some tags you can add. So you can filter out some topics when you organize and conclude your notes and findings. Here is an example of my text using an atomic graph. And you can also use this tool to generate an AI summary powered by ChatGPT. And it has a community since it's a totally free tool. Other people, you can also view and share your highlights in the community. And it even has a chatbot. You can chat with a digital clone of yourself or other users based on the notes you saved. And it can conveniently export the data as a JSON, XML to conduct your own analysis. And one thing I'd like to highlight is its ability to highlighting videos. First, as a large language model, it uses large LLM. It can support multi-language. And here is on YouTube from a YouTuber, which is an AI expert, Dr. Li Mu. Dr. Li, he explains AI papers thoroughly. And this tool can transcribe Chinese and other languages. And you can notice the transcripts has been blocked based on some chunking with a length of about 50 seconds. And you can just click on the OpenAI icon to generate the AI summary, and it will automate input a prompt in the ChatGPT of your. For instance, here is a summary of a video. It's called 9 Final Interview Tips, and there are 5 generated summary based on the video's transcript. Notice, I guess the video length matters because since I'm using GPT 3.5, it has a token limit of about 4,000, so corresponding to about 3,000 words in English. Usually have a video length of about 17 to 28 minutes. Also, here is a screenshot of chat with my own highlights. Here I can click Ask My Clone, and since I collect some ideas about how to reduce carbon emission and explain some data science concepts such as SVD and PCA. Here are some examples. And let's take outside to take a look at this tool. First, we may notice some blog. It has some interesting idea introducing the 10 readable AI research papers in the last year. And you may find some interesting idea and just select with your mouse and you can add some notes with different colors. And so that's the Glasp. And you can then go to your home page of the Glasp. So here is my highlights and notes in the blog I just showed. These are the collected Glasp, and once we collect the AI summary, it will generate use the large language model to collect. But because we do not write a complete article, this summary can be seen as an abstract of some summary. It's hard to understand sometimes, depending on how much you highlight. Next to it, there are some relevant ideas. It marks some previous note highlights you have been marked in previous articles. And I have been using this tool for 1 year. Recently, it launched a new tool called Ask Your Clone. It's like a chatbot and responded with some retrieval information from your notes. And you can also search some other users. So you can chat with them. If you know someone is an expert in the nutrients, or someone is a domain expert, you can directly use this chatbot function. Another convenient thing is its transcripts directly input in the OpenAI ChatGPT. Here, that's the input. Including the title transcript. And with the transcript, we can conclude some long video transcripts into some key points. And it's much efficient for us to read the whole transcript than watching the whole video. So that's a way to enhance our productivity. And furtherly, you can utilizing the ChatGPT's function to translate and ask additional questions. It also has it's also conveniently can collaborate with other tools. For instance, there is some button. You can copy it. So you can paste the copied content in your notebook. So that's the Notion, for instance. For example, I use Notion to take notes. So let's bring the second tool I'm going to briefly mention. So Notion are composed of a series pages. It's basically structured pages. The pages can contain sub-pages. It's just and each page consists of a block. And here is the pages where I record all the copied content from Glasp, the 10 noteworthy AI research tools. And it can generate AI summary in both Notion and as well as the Glasp. And it includes some metadata so you can track back to your highlights. Now let's go back to our slides and talk about additional feature of Notion. Notion is a versatile tool for capturing thoughts, managing projects, publishing websites, and running business. It does not it's not have a simple start, but it has a very customized style. So it's very versatile and flexible. And it's in the form of web application, and it also has a mobile application in your tablet, mobile cell phone. And Notion offers a free personal plan with core functionality, but has a limit such as 5 megabytes file upload and collaboration with up to 5 people. It has a paid plan for team use. So here is an example of so first it can track some ideas when we conduct some notes, and it uses pages and pages structure, and you can add some icon and some background to make it easy to locate. And it also has manipulated to suit for the project's management. And you can, in the projects, there are some the same view, but it's developed a relational database, since they are operating on the same data with different views. And you can also write down your own ideas and thoughts, such as the journals and one-on-one notes and some family plan. So I'm still learning how to use Notion, since it has many hotkeys. While we want to implement something, it has many different ways, either with mouse click or some hotkeys. So there are many introduction videos or even courses to help you master this versatile tool. So now let's continue our story. After we organize our notes, we want to conduct some deep research on specific topic. Here is another AI tool. It's called Afforai, specified for researchers. And I use this paid version. It's developed based on Azure GPT, not the OpenAI GPT. As it stated, it hopes to maintain its data privacy consistency. You can also select different large language model, and you can generate multiple chatbots in the Afforai. Each one focus on specific topic, and you can specifically search through large documents such as books and papers among different formats, including websites, PDFs, EPUBs, and Markdown language. And it has several modes, like the document retrieval. I believe it's based on the RAG, the retrieval augmented generation. And the Google search gives it access to the internet, since ChatGPT does not have internet access. With the Google search, it can read the URL and analyze the website content. It also has a peer-reviewed paper database. If you want to access Google search and peer-reviewed database, it costs additional credits. And with each response, it generates clear inline citations, so which facilitating us to identify the accurateness of its response, and decrease and fight against the hallucination of the large language models. I have used the Afforai to draft speaker notes for my presentation previously and prepare for interview and conduct research on job description and the company history, and I even fill application forms based on my personal material provided. It also has an API. You can develop your own applications. Now I will briefly show the Afforai I'm using and continue our story of the research on the topic. So that's the 10 papers I have been downloaded based on the blog. And 7 of the 10 papers are related to natural language processing in 2023. So we can ask some basic questions like what are the existing problems in the natural language processing? And it can search within the provided 7 papers with the linked reference. So we can directly view reference, and we can also locate in the file viewer, such as the Bloomberg GPT. It's a large language model trained based on the finance data. The Q-LoRa is and the DPO, which is also a policy to train the large language model with reinforcement learning with human feedback. And we can also compare our results by using some Google mode. So it will connect with other data sets, some semantic scholar results. It includes some other papers, and you can see whether their full text are available. So you can directly download the paper if you find it relevant and worth take your time to read it. And you can, if you want to focus on specific paper, you can just limit your search in specific paper by at its file name. So there are what problem did the Bloomberg GPT try to solve? It mentions several things and make some summary. Additionally, this tool provides the prompt templates. It helps you to rapidly generate prompts if you want to summarize a paper or compare between different documents. And you can also save your own prompts in this place. And here you can conclude, here you can apply your method while reading papers and asking a few questions, which are often asked if you serve as a reviewer to peer review a journal article. And you can even compare with some paper. For instance, that's my specific question asked about how the data preparation is conducted in the Bloomberg GPT, and how it's treated the hallucination. Whether it but sometimes with the reference we notice whether the response are dependable. We can criterion based on the reference. And here I'd like to show an example to compare the 2 papers, since one is called Mistra, another is Llama 2. And here we will have the Llama 2 paper review in the next meetup session. Here we can, if you have a good prompts to compare two studies, compare the two models, like their data use and scale, whether there have some metrics. For instance, the Mistral data 7B, it has a smaller parameter than the Llama 2, but it can achieve the similar performance. So you may want to dig more how it achieved such a success in the Mitchell papers, which had a significant impact in the large language model study. So here are some modes you can use. I mentioned previously, you can only use a document retrieval. It will conduct a search within the documents you provided. It can connect to the internet or connects to its papers database. So apart from your research, you can also conduct some other stuff. For instance, I have recently applied some reverse, but I do not want to write a long paragraph. So I just use my LinkedIn profile, resume, and some publications to generate and ask the AI to generate. Additionally, you can see here is all the chatbots I have established, and with each chatbot you have a setting to give there some instruction. It's like the context you input while using the OpenAI's API. And this context will help you summarize additional prompts, and it will keep it as a core idea when generating response to avoid repetition, avoid redundancy, etc. So now let's move forward. After you conduct some research, you may want to share your findings within the team. So here is a plugin I'm using. It's called Magical. And it can automate a writing task to help you writing emails or conduct replies automatically. You can reply with fast, and you can also collect some templates if you conduct repetitive work. For example, networking, job searching, respond to the hiring manager, some interviewer, and you can also check status in your work and ask for updates. Here is a screenshot of the Magical. It have some the original templates. You can also create your own. And additionally, I'd like to mention some other AI tools I have tried. One interesting tools I found are the meeting tools. They automate the meeting notes, so you do not have to take notes yourself. You can 100% focus on the meeting, and it gives you the meeting transcripts, summarize the whole meeting, and you can have a conversation with their chatbots. There are two AI meeting tools I have been using. One is Firefly, another is Otter AI. I'm always using their free versions, since the Otter AI, it has more space in its free plan, but the First AI, it has a clear it provides more clarity in the transcripts, because the Otter AI only marks speaker 1, speaker 2 with a few numbers, but the speaker's name will be presented in the Firefly's AI. Here is an example. Here is the interface. So now I'm using the Auto AI generating the transcripts. For free version, it has a limit of 30 minutes. And here is the interface of Fireflies. And you can also, it also has some other tools like the AI chat. It will connect with your chat history. So you can search among all the history in your chattings, in your meetings. So besides the meeting tools, I think most of us have been working in the developer field, and Microsoft has and GitHub developed the Copilot, and there are free version. It's called Codeium, and it can be used in the VS Code as a plugin. It has it can conveniently auto-complete your code and explain the code. And it also has a chatbot in the VS Code to generate a brief and well-functioned method and language coding. So at last, I hope you can have some takeaways today. First, we need to refine our method and topics if you want to achieve a great success. And nowadays, we can access great large language models such as ChatGPT. But what really differentiate you is your data. Data is like the blood, while the model is like the bone. While the blood and muscle can really make us outstanding. And prompt engineering is an artwork that can really makes the large language model understand you and provide the answer you wanted. So here is some link about me and our machine learning meetup. And that's it. Thank you for your time.